Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Info in 16.1. Today we have very shocking topic too, so let's start.
Canada has always been seen as a land of opportunity. From international students chasing their dreams, to skilled workers hoping for a better life, immigration is at the heart of Canada's identity. But today, immigration is also one of the most debated and controversial topics in the country. Across Canada, we've seen waves of protests, from international students fighting deportations, to foreign workers in Prince Edward Island demanding fairness, to counter-protesters in Toronto standing up against anti-immigration rallies. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into these protests, why they're happening, and what they mean for the future of immigration in Canada. The Mississauga student protest. Let's start in Mississauga, Ontario. Imagine working hard, paying huge tuition fees, and finally making it to Canada, only to be told that your acceptance letter was fake and that you're facing deportation. That's exactly what happened to hundreds of international students. Most of them from Punjab, India. Back in 2023, Canada Border Services Agency, or CBSA, uncovered a fraud scheme involving fake admission letters used by some immigration agents. The shocking part? Many students had no idea they were victims of fraud. Fearing deportation, these students gathered outside the CBSA office in Mississauga, setting up a round-the-clock protest camp. With banners, speeches, and peaceful sit-ins, they demanded one simple thing: don't punish innocent students for crimes committed by dishonest agents. Community groups, religious organizations, and even Canadian citizens joined their side, showing solidarity. After weeks of pressure, the Canadian government agreed to temporarily pause deportations and review cases individually. But for the students, the fear hasn't gone away. For many, their future in Canada still hangs in the balance. Prince Edward Island workers protest. Next, we travel east to Prince Edward Island, one of Canada's smallest provinces but home to one of the biggest immigration controversies in recent years. In early 2024, the PEI government changed its Provincial Nominee Program, or PNP. Overnight, they slashed the number of permanent residency nominations by about 25%, and they shifted the focus to certain sectors like healthcare and construction. That meant workers in retail, hospitality, and other service industries, many of whom had built their lives in PEI, suddenly saw their chances of getting permanent residency collapse. The response? Protests erupted in Charlottetown. Foreign workers and international graduates took to the streets, demanding fairness. They argued that the government should grandfather in people who arrived before the new rules, so they wouldn't lose everything because of sudden policy changes. The protests soon escalated. On May 23, workers launched a hunger strike, refusing food to make their voices heard. Some even threatened a dry hunger strike, without water, unless the government responded. Their demands were simple: extend work permits, reverse the cuts, and give them the fair shot they were promised when they came to PEI. The government, however, stood firm, saying immigration levels were unsustainable given housing and healthcare pressures. This standoff highlights a bigger question: how can Canada balance the need for immigration with the realities of limited resources? Toronto anti-immigration rally versus counter-protest. Finally, let's move to Toronto, where a different kind of protest has taken place. On September 13, 2025, a group calling itself Canada First Rally gathered in Christie Pitts Park. Their message? They wanted an end to what they called mass immigration, arguing it puts strain on public resources and jobs. But they weren't alone. Across the park, counter-protesters rallied under the banner, "No to Hate, Yes to Immigrants." They came to defend diversity, inclusivity, and the rights of newcomers in Canada. The standoff quickly grew tense. Police were called in, mounted units deployed, and several arrests were made for assault and mischief. For many, this protest symbolized the growing divide in Canadian society. On one side, those who feel immigration is too much, too fast. On the other side, those who believe Canada's strength lies in welcoming newcomers. It was a small protest in numbers, but symbolically, it showed how immigration debates are no longer just about policies, they're about identity, values, and the future of the country. So what do these protests tell us? They reveal three big truths about Canada's immigration system. Immigration is deeply personal. For students facing deportation, it's not just paperwork, it's their life, their dreams, their future. Policies have real consequences. When PEI slashed its immigration quotas, it wasn't just numbers on a page. It was families, workers, and communities suddenly thrown into uncertainty. Canada is divided. While many celebrate diversity, others fear that immigration is straining resources. The Christie Pitts protest showed that tension spilling out into the streets. Canada's immigration story is far from over. With housing shortages, labor shortages, and global migration pressures, protests like these will likely continue. The question is, how will Canada respond? Will it tighten its borders, or will it find new ways to welcome people while addressing real challenges at home? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, immigration will remain at the heart of Canada's future, and the voices of those who protest will continue to shape that story. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on immigration and global issues.
Very thank you for watching. Funny, if you want this type of video again, please like, share, subscribe, and bell icon. Please press. Thank you for all.